welcome to another episode of the Music Mondays podcast. I'm your host, Tom Slays. Welcome on in, my friends. Happy motherfucking Monday. It's that time of the week again. Let's get into it. So, you guys know the drill per usual. I'm your host, Zom Slays, and this is episode 214 of the Music Mondays podcast. Hope you all had a good week. Hope everybody's chilling. Hope everything's good. Hope everybody's safe and healthy. We got a pretty stacked show for you guys here tonight, man. A couple of things I want to talk about. Weekly recap jazz, and then we'll hop into some reactions and reviews. So, per usual, let's kick it off with the weekly recap. So, let's talk about what you might have missed at Music Mondays over the course of the last week or so. Let's see here. So, per usual, Music Mondays basic logo t-shirts are still available and in stock. We have smalls, mediums, and larges available. $20 with shipping, so just $20 flat in the United States. Definitely let us know if you're interested in one of those. Definitely send us a message, send us a DM, anything like that. We'll be happy to get that sent out to you. And per usual, following the live show every single Tuesday, Music Mondays early access content goes live on our Patreon. So many of you guys know that we drop all of our drops early over there on Patreon, just so you guys can get a sneak peek of what's coming during the week and, you know, some unreleased jazz and things like that. So definitely go check out our early access Patreon content over there every single Tuesday. So following Tuesday, we head into Wednesday with SoundCloud Sunday submissions opening. So per usual, they literally open every single Wednesday. So again, make sure that you get your submissions in, and make sure that you're following us on socials to stay up to date when our submissions do go live. And then per usual, we put out some audio podcast promo for the following day every single Wednesday. So you guys know that Wednesdays are pretty stacked. So again, make sure you're following us on socials and staying up to date with everything that we have going on. Heading into Thursday, episode 213 of the Music Mondays podcast is available on all audio platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good jazz. So definitely go check that out, and huge shout out to everybody that submitted to episode 213. You guys are wonderful. And per usual, audio versions of the show drop every single Thursday, so keep that in mind. And then heading deeper into Thursday, we did community feedback. Last week we did community feedback number 19, where I kind of give the community a little bit of a platform to let us know what they like to see here on the show, on Music Mondays, and pretty much in the underground in general, right? So definitely go check out community feedback number 19 and let us know what you'd like to see on the platform and the show. And actually, huge shout out to Black Cash, because they actually came through with some really good topics that I think we'll be able to nail down this year and in the coming weeks for sure. Lots of like heavy hitter topics as well. So I think we'll dive into those for sure. So huge shout out to Black Cash for your suggestions. That was Thursday. Heading into Friday, we dropped a brand new article by the homie M. Bischoff on the Music Money staff team. They reviewed Skywater's recent project, #MIA. So definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. And huge shout out to M for getting that piece in. And make sure you go show love to all of our Music Mondays articles, man. New written pieces every single Friday. So definitely check out the website and stay up to date with that as well. Heading into Saturday, Music Mondays episode 213 is available on our YouTube channel. The YouTube version does drop every single Saturday. So definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. Huge shout out to everybody that submitted, tuned in, and showed love to episode 213. That was Saturday. Heading into Sunday, SoundCloud Sunday volume 175 is available on our SoundCloud right now. Definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. Huge shout out to everybody that submitted to SoundCloud Sunday. That's a new milestone right there too. 175 is pretty crazy, man. 175 is pretty fucking crazy. So definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. And huge shout out to everybody that submitted, tuned in, and supported SoundCloud Sunday. And that was also curated by me as well. So definitely go check that out and go show it some love. We got Ghost in the chat. Welcome on in, my friend. Happy Monday. Let's get it, baby. Hope everything's well. So that was Sunday. Heading into Monday, we're here live today. Music Mondays episode 214. And like I said, I'm here with Sam Slays, and that was your weekly recap. So, let's get into it, my friends. That's pretty much everything major that you missed over the course of the last week or so. So definitely go check out the weekly recap on socials. How's you? We are good. We are chilling. Kicking off the Monday strong, my friend. Kicking off the Monday strong. Um, so yeah. All right. Following the weekly recap, let's talk about what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. So, um, really cool update coming. I pretty much finished all the social media graphics for 2025. So again, I spoke a little bit about this last week, but obviously we're not changing the logo or anything like that, but we're definitely going to refresh our graphics for 2025. So that's one of the main things that I wanted to get out of the way first before we do our Patreon stuff and start heading into some bigger events for the year. So that's what's really good though. So we'll be revamping the website. That's finalized. We'll be getting new social graphics. We'll be updating the podcast graphics, TikTok graphics. Pretty much everything that you see will be getting a little bit of a refresh, but not much of like a aesthetic change, of course. I mean, we tend to keep it relatively the same, but again, we'll be getting some new graphics just to freshen up things, and of course, some new graphics for stream as well. So we'll be getting some new starting soon and be right back screens and all that good jazz. So that'll be fun. That'll be really, really fun. So I'm excited for that. So that's kind of like our big deal at first. So that'll be the main thing that we put out. You'll obviously see the announcement first on social media. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. Then following that, we'll be launching a pretty big Patreon update where we kind of hook up all of our current patrons with even more goodies than we do right now. So that's going to be something that I'm really looking forward to as well, because we've been talking about that since probably like the fall time. You know what I mean? But I didn't really have like the proper chance to launch it without having other stuff kind of affected as well. You know what I mean? Because if we were just going to refresh our graphics anyway, we would have had to refresh the Patreon again. You know what I mean? So we kind of had to do things in a certain order. So I think the graphic refresh was probably more important. And then getting a nice Patreon update, that'll be something that we do following the graphic update. And then we have one piece of merch promo that we're going to put out, and then we're going to figure out what we want to do for 2025. I'm going to organize the staff a little bit more, talk to them, kind of see what their thoughts are. But for the most part, that's pretty much the foreseeable future when it comes to March and April. So we have a pretty good end of quarter one and heading into springtime. You know what I mean? So lots of really, really important shit happening. But of course, we each want to take it one step at a time, right? So make sure that everything's solid. So per usual, your monthly and weekly content will be staying the same. So all of our playlists will stay the same. The Music Mondays podcast will stay the same. Obviously, our written pieces will stay the same. You guys know the drill. Nice. Yeah, right. Definitely a W. Definitely a W. I agree. So little freshen up for 2025, so I'm definitely excited for that for sure. But like I said, outside of that, your monthly and weekly content will be staying the same. So again, make sure you follow us on socials and stay up to date with everything that Music Mondays has going on. So I would say over the next couple of weeks, a few of those things will be rolling out. So again, definitely keep your eyes peeled though, for sure. Big news from me and Varys. Oh, let's fucking go. Let's get it. The W duo is back. The fucking W duo's back. So we did weekly recap stuff. We did what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. Let's talk recruiting. So per usual, Music Mondays is recruiting. We are on the hunt for all of our staff members and staff roles. So again, if you're a writer, journalist, curator, designer, you want to do short form content, you want to do long form content, you want to get involved in our media in any sort of way, definitely let us know. Send us a DM, send us a message. We'd be happy to have that conversation with you. Again, resume preferred, but definitely not required. We're always willing to teach new people on the team any role that they'd like to learn. You know what I mean? So definitely let us know if that's something that interests you. And we'll be putting out a new recruiting flyer as well over the next coming months. And I think we'll do, I know we'll do a role guide for 2025 and kind of break down all the staff roles and things like that. But I'm not sure when. Probably over the next couple weeks, to be honest with you. If not next week, probably the following week, where I'll kind of break down all the staff roles and kind of give you guys the rundown on what each role does and what their content is like and things like that. So definitely let us know if that's something that interests you, and keep your eyes peeled for a new recruiting flyer. Um, so recruiting, that's out the way. Of course, we're on the hunt for SoundCloud exclusives. So again, if you have any unreleased tracks that you like to have hosted and promoted on the Music Money SoundCloud for free and across all of our social media, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. Again, we're only interested in unreleased material. So feel free to do whatever you want with the track afterwards. You want to go put on distro, you want to go do a music video, that's all good and fine. But we're only interested in the unreleased SoundCloud version. So again, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. Again, obviously, just to show our SoundCloud supporters some love, but outside of that, it's another really great way to show ours some love as well. So definitely let us know if that's something that interests you. And of course, same goes for YouTube as well, per usual. We are on the hunt for unreleased music videos, visuals, even if you just want some audio hosted on the Music Money's YouTube channel of almost 300 subscribers. Definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. And again, like I said, we'll be happy to arrange that for sure. So, wow, we really tore through content today. Excellent. Okay. So we did recruiting, we did weekly recap, we did exclusives, we did what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week. I think the last thing that we got to do is our discussion segment, which is something that I actually thought about last night, and I was like, damn, this is pretty crazy. So we'll definitely do that, and then we'll hop into some reactions and reviews. Deluxe next month. Let's fucking go. We need to be reacting to that here on the show. I'm definitely excited. What the fuck? Yeah, because I think Laveri's like teased something not too long ago from the Deluxe. So yeah, we definitely got to get some submissions for sure. Definitely got to get some submissions. All right. So, where do we start? All right, so today's topic is going to be a little bit lighthearted, I would say. Something that's kind of important, but it dawned on me here last night and more so today. So I think the question for today's discussion is, do award shows matter? Whether they be mainstream award shows, whether they're underground award shows, anything like that. Realistically, the short answer is obviously yes, but it just depends on what degree it matters to you. You know what I mean? When it comes to achievements and accolades, of course it matters. But when it comes to like who you are as a creative or a measurement of how talented you are, obviously not. It doesn't matter in that aspect, right? So what brought this topic up for me was kind of interesting. And last night I was watching the Screen Actors Guild Awards, right? And that's definitely probably like one of the like top 3 film award shows that happen every year, right? So last night's show was the 31st annual one. And it got me thinking like why it's fun to do award shows, right? And why I think celebrations like that are super important, right? Because I don't really think it's more so about the achievements or like, you know, getting a trophy or the title or anything like that. But it's more so a celebration of like people's years and what they've done throughout the year. And it kind of led me like back to where, you know, like why did I start the Music Mondays Awards, right? Because we've been doing them for 3 years now. And within, like, it matters within our community, right? But of course, it's not like some like massive big award show. It's more so just a celebration, so we can kind of spot like some creatives that had like really killer years. You know what I mean? Like, if you had a good fucking year, I think you should be recognized for it. You know what I mean? And same thing goes with independent actors and musicians and uh, digital artists and artists of all kinds, really. You know what I mean? So I don't think award shows really um like matter too much in terms of like bragging rights, right? But I totally think it matters in terms of celebrating yourself as a creative and hitting those milestones and looking back on the year and being like, holy shit, like I had a really good fucking year, you know? And that's super important for artists and creatives and musicians. You know, I really think that's super, super important. So even though we have our underground award show, that's why I think, you know, originally, you know, why it matters so much, you know, and why even just our small award show means so much to so many people. It's because we're recognizing them for the years that they had. You know what I mean? Like if you had a killer 2025, like I said, you should be proud of that and you should be recognized for that, you know? So putting on those events, whether they're small scale or big scale, I think is super important for all types of creatives. You know what I mean? Because I think what originally sparked the thought for me too was I think I saw a tweet and somebody was just being like super negative about it, and it was just like, it's another award show and people are gonna get scammed and blah 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 in Hollywood and shit like that, and like, people just don't understand sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand like what being a creative is like and what being an artist is like. So sometimes these award shows are super important to certain people. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's kind of why the Music Money's Awards kind of matters too, is because even on our smaller scale, I think it's important to be recognized for your work. You know what I mean? I really do. So I think that's why those award shows are super important, whether that be on like a massive stage or, a smaller scale. Um, Again, it's not really about bragging rights or like accolades. I think the meaning of it and the celebration is much more important. Much, much more important. Because, like I said, you should be recognized for a good year. You know what I mean? And it feels good to be recognized for a good year. So I think that's why those are important. And it kind of like lit a fire under me a little bit because I was like, being a creative and especially being independent is like amazing. You know what I mean? It's a privilege to be able to do shit like this. And that's why I think those award shows even matter more. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely excited for this year's, but um, that's kind of like the topic and really what I was thinking about. And you know, when it comes down to like again the question that I asked at the start, do they matter? I mean, like I said, they don't really matter in terms of like accolades and things like that, right? I mean, sure, it's an accolade and all that, but you know, the celebration of it and um the recognition is probably more important, to be honest with you. So that's that, my friends. Let us know what you think about award shows. Are you excited for the Music Money's Awards in 2025 this year? Definitely let us know. This will be uploaded on YouTube. So definitely subscribe to the channel. We upload 2 times a week. I think we're like 4 subs away from 300. Um, Exclusive segments, full podcast episodes, all that good jazz over there on the channel. Shorts, anything you like is over there. So definitely go check out the channel. Show this video, show these artists, and everybody some love. Let's get it. Mm. I like that topic, man. Um, Even just for us as creatives, just just important, just important shit. Ready to be named best prod. See, that's the fucking attitude. That's the fucking attitude. 2025 producer of the year. Got a fucking ring on it, eh? Excellent. So segment's done. We're good. You guys know the drill. It's time. Let's go pop over some submissions. And let's go see what we got for our Monday night. All right. Let's pop over to Twitter. Let's see what we got. You guys know the drill. Submissions are always in the same format every single week. They'll always read artists and creatives. Submissions are open for live reviews on Music Mondays, live on February 24th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/ZomPlays. Which is here now, per usual. Like I said, tweets are always in the same format, so make sure you go check the date and make sure you're submitting for a show that hasn't happened yet, and you'll be good to go. Outside of that, if you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creations, drop your links and portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. So again, many of you guys know, contrary to our name, Music Mondays, we've reacted to pretty much everything here on the show. Everything from obviously vocals to digital art to production to YouTube edits, music videos, merchandise, physical art. Like, we've done it all. Photography, videography, things like that. We've definitely reacted to pretty much everything here on the show, so definitely let us know and drop any types of links or anything you'd like to see showcased here on the show. And of course, the main reason for that being a lot of creatives are multi-talented, right? A lot of producers are also designers. A lot of designers are also vocalists. A lot of vocalists are also designers and vice versa. So you guys get the point. Outside of that, we do have a 4-hour show limit just to make the show a little bit more palatable to watch back and just to keep the pressure off us because we are one of the only weekly live shows here on Twitch on Monday nights. Outside of that, the only thing that we do ask is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible. So again, submissions are free. They always have been free. And they always will be free. But again, the only thing that we do ask is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible to not only spread our message, help grow our platform, but you actually pay respect to everybody else that does wait for their submissions to be reacted to every week here on the show. So, outside of that, Patreon subscriber submissions are played first every single week here on the show. So again, if you're subscribed to the Music Money's Patreon at any tier, you gain access to the Music Money's Fast Pass, which not only guarantees your submissions to be played every week here on the show, but they'll be played first before the rest of the communities. So again, for the duration that you're pledged to the Patreon every single Monday, you'll have all your submissions reacted to first, which is also great for the live show because you'll be at the peak of viewership, but also when people go and watch the VOD back, you'll be one of the first submissions that you see. So definitely an advantage for sure. But always optional, never any pressure. If you're interested in the Patreon, definitely go check that out. And huge shout out to everybody that is subscribed to the Patreon. Outside of that, submissions do close about a couple hours before the show starts. So again, keep that in mind. You have about like roughly 6 or so days to get your submissions in, because again, submissions for next week's episode will be live tomorrow afternoon on the 25th, and they do close when the show goes live, or at least a couple hours before the show starts, just so we can get a head count. And we are a live show, so we like to keep the things free flow and get a little bit of an idea of what the show's going to look like for the night. So again, plenty of time to submit, but again, good rule of thumb is if the show is live, submissions are closed. So definitely get your submissions in during the week for sure. Outside of that, that's pretty much it, actually. We do have a brand new 2025 How to Submit to the Music Mondays podcast guide available on our YouTube channel right now, where I kind of break down the lore of the Music Mondays podcast in greater detail and kind of give you guys the reasons as to why we do things the way that we do them. You know what I mean? So definitely go check that out and go show that video some love. That was uploaded probably like a couple weeks ago. So go show that video some love for sure if you have any other questions or you're interested in the Music Mondays podcast. Outside of that, let's count how many Patreons we have tonight. So I know Laveri snuck one in right as we closed, so we'll hit up Laveri's first. I know Laveri's is in here for sure. Let's see. So Laveri's definitely. We got the homie Jordan, so that's 2 Patreons, and the homie King Mark, so that's 3 Patreons. Okay, excellent. All right, so we'll go Laveri's, Jordan, Mark, and then we'll hop into the rest of the community and see where that takes us. So Laveri snuck one in right under here. So we'll get this one. Sorry, I'm late. No worries, my friend. No worries. So for those of you that don't know, Laveri is a very talented hip hop artist. Duo to the homie Ghost. Came through and has been really hot off their heels with Recession Rap and kind of promoting this new project that they have out. But now the season 2 finale of Ear Candy has arrived, and we have the unreleased version here. So again, Ear Candy is definitely one of those content pieces that I really enjoy, and I've enjoyed it since like day one, just because I thought it was so creative but so like effortless and fun. You know what I mean? So Ear Candy's great. And this one will be awesome. So I'm down. Ear Candy Season 2, Episode 7 from the homie Laveri's. Let's see what we got.
My bitch demonic.
Wake up, hit my bone, I'm finna have a good day.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo.
So Party Crown, let's get it, baby.
Ear Candy, Season 2, Episode Blank
7.
Today we're recording IG Reels. This is the outro. I think it's a cool song, and it's an amazing outro. Amazing outro. I kind of got an idea for a music video for it. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, a little music video in the works?
Yeah, y'all gonna see that. Obviously, that's what this show is.
Let's get it.
I need my bitch demonic. She wanna set me for profit. Yeah. It's October 1st. Album will be done either today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, but it's gonna be done. Send that to the engineer. Got the single coming up with a music video for the single, and then the album. Yeah.
Session Rap.
October 25th. It's already out. By the time you're seeing this video, it's out.
Oh, it's definitely out. Go stream that shit.
Boom. October. 25 days to the album. Which I don't even know that yet. Y'all know that it's less than 30 days away. Big facts. So coming out this month. Album month. Let's go. And we finishing the album, and the album coming out this month.
For 25K. I had the face.
Take a nap on the jet. Yeah. My bond, yeah. I'm finna have a hold up.
Yeah.
Wake up, hit my wake up, yeah. Wake up, hit my wake up, hit my yeah, go hit my yeah. Wake up, hit my bond, yeah, I'm finna have a good day. I ain't gotta work today, don't know what I'ma do today. I know I'm an artist, so I gotta chase some more plays, but I don't wanna make no fucking IG reels. Yeah, I got this little album on some rock shit. Wake up, hit my bond, yeah, I'm finna have a good day. I ain't gotta work today, don't know what I'ma do today. I know I'm an artist, so I gotta chase some more plays, but I don't wanna make no fucking IG reels. Wanna take that bitch? I don't know, maybe.
It's such a funny concept for a song.
I ain't win the flex, but I'm known to pop shit. I might drop some punk pop or some hip hop shit. Either way, you know it's gonna be some hot shit. Hot shit like I just took it out the oven. Hot shit like the sun, motherfucker. Hot shit like my bitch, motherfucker. Hot shit, I'm the one, motherfucker. Yeah, my fun. On this, make go number one. Yeah, I gotta make sure that I'm winning. I'm really finna one take this song. That wasn't the take though, but we finna one take this bitch.
That wasn't the take though.
It's about to be the shortest episode of Ear Candy ever, literally.
Definitely one of the most underrated songs. I like it a lot, to be honest.
This one right here is. Sorry for your loss, it must sting like a honey. You ain't important in this story the way I told it, bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah. Hey, Ghost, we did some shit for real. Wake up, him, yeah. This some different shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, hit my bond, yeah, I'm finna have a good day. I ain't gotta work that they don't know what I'ma do today. I know I'm an artist, so I gotta chase some more plays, but I don't wanna make no fucking IG reels. Wake up, hit my bond, yeah, I'm finna have a good day. I ain't gotta work that they don't know what I'ma do today. I know I'm an artist, so I gotta chase some more plays, but I don't wanna make no fucking IG real shit.
Real.
I don't wanna make no fucking IG real shit. Yeah, this is only the beginning. Yeah, I'm about to make some TikTok so I can make this shit pop. Ain't no way I'm gonna stop. I gotta make it to the top. Yeah, I know it's gonna take a lot. Yeah, but I got this. Too determined to get this money, even when it ain't sunny. I'm running towards it. They know they gonna lose, so they forfeit. Shit like my bitch, motherfucker. Shit like this. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So that's episode. I think that's the episode though, for real.
Hey,
it was a hook and a verse.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, some songs are like that, you know.
Fitting outro. You dig? Let me run it back one more time.
Yeah. This is such like a party song.
I don't wanna make no fucking IG reels. But they hit my phone, yeah, I'm finna have a good day. I ain't gotta work that they don't know what I'ma do today. I know I'm an artist, so I gotta chase some more, but I don't wanna make no fucking IG.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Let's go.
That's the song. That's the song.
That is the song. I like that one. I like that one a lot, man. I like that one a lot. I can't lie. I can't lie. For real, some songs like that. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Beat is so sick. Yeah, you had to have been just jamming out. That song sounds like 2005, and it feels like 2005. You know what I mean? like those like early 2K summers and shit. But this one was fun. It felt like a season finale too, just because it was very simple and straight to the point. You know what I mean? Because like I said, some songs are like that. Like sometimes you don't really need to like hammer it down if you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like you really don't have to um go as far with it. Like sometimes, like depends what you're cooking up, obviously. But again, some tracks it's just super easy, like one and done. You just have a vision, it gets executed, and that's it. Especially if like you're lucky. A lot of songs will go like that, but sometimes, as we all know, certain tracks are bitch to getting them to sound the way you want them to sound is very, hit or miss, 50-50. Sometimes you got to work for it, sometimes you don't. This was one where I feel like you could see the process from start to finish. That's why I do enjoy this one. And it did feel like a season finale, kind of like, last one and done. Because now season 3, who knows what's going to happen with season 3, to be honest with you. That's what's going to be crazy. Because I think Laverius is going to go back to the remixes, or maybe do some of the deluxe versions, or I don't know. This will be exciting. But season 2 was such an upgrade, and it was a more personal kind of season for Laverius, for sure. Because I feel like the first season, Laverius was kind of just really figuring out the content piece, what they liked, what they didn't like. But now season 2, I feel like they definitely have it down pat, and they like know what makes this fun. You know what I mean? And as long as they're having fun, that's really all that matters. Because you can always go back and change the formula and try new shit. So well done, my friend. Well done. I'm excited for season 3. Let's fucking go. With that said, huge shout out to Laverius. Make sure you go sub to Laverius' channel. They're only 7 subs away from 640. And of course, make sure you go follow Laverius on Twitter. They are 4 followers away from 120. Make sure you go show them some love in the bird app, my friends, per usual. Every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. Let's get it. All right. We left off with the homie Laverius. Up next is the homie Jordan. All right. Now, Jordan, again, a very, very multi-genre talented artist, has been having a really stellar 2025, to be honest with you. They've been cranking out a lot of different shit. They've kind of been bouncing around, and it's just been super enjoyable to watch, to be honest with you. But this week, they submitted another remix, Unruly Riot. Okay. Pop this open a new tab. Let's see what we got here, because Jordan's been going crazy with the remixes and the collabs, and lately it's been the remixes, though. Now, this is a project I believe they're kind of just remixing in general, just putting some new beats on things and kind of see where it goes, So this project's been interesting. But I think we've done like 1 or 2 tracks off of it so far. So this will be the next, man. Let's get into it. Jordan, Unruly Riot remix. Let's go.
Yeah. There's no power on flesh, there's old malice, no balance, the best is no challenge, I challenge the rest, attack your flesh, been dreaming, pass by, you didn't see me, tell all my niggas to love, laugh, and live freely, time speeding, and gun blast is still frequent, pill eating, broken glass, got my wheels screeching, he'll beat him, I know he will, he's still king, unruly, my gun shooting forever, your love proved to be fake, blood drills together, call out to above, I'm done, use this message, following these pages, you want me to get to heaven, take me to the king, I'm the unruly successor, blood rooted my bones, fuck you and whoever. Still fighting raps, I'm still fighting you. While you still fight for flags, color red, white, and blue. A war-torn city, born dead obstacles. When the warlords give you more, shut the fuck up and sleep. Burn the book so you can't reenact what you read. Exactly the thing they do to keep you trapped in your dreams of weak freedom. We don't need no other activists bleeding. Unruly.
Damn. Holy shit. You can tell Jordan had fun with this one, man. This one's just, again, short, sweet, to the point. I mean, clock's in at a minute 32, right? But Jordan makes the most of that for sure. This one's awesome. This one's really, really awesome. I like the energy of this one a lot. It has this, like, headstrong, kind of like high octane, like heavy energy. You know, it's very much in your face. Um, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're talking about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental, we're talking about vocals, and we're talking about the overall theme of this track. So, all right. So the instrumental, obviously a reprod, right? And kind of a Redux remix kind of vibe. And man, there's so much that shines about this, but when it comes down to the mix, it's fantastic. Um, nothing clashing, too overbearing. Nothing that I would like ultimately change on this, especially for a remix. To be honest with you, I do feel like the vocals sat really well. Drums cut through nicely. Nothing was like getting in the way of each other. Nothing I would ultimately change on this at all, to be honest. But not really a shocker. Jordan's had a pretty tight lockdown on their mixes when it comes to their production and vocals in general, really. But yeah, instrumental mix solid. Instrumental shining star. I mean, the melody's very interesting, right? I like the melody. The melody's definitely up there for me, but it like the drums are just like holy shit. You know what I mean? Like the drums are really something here. Especially the kick and the 808. It's just wow. Wow. Yeah, drums clear here for me, but melody's probably a close second. I like the structure too. I feel like the structure's pretty underrated, but definitely drums. So instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. I don't think we reacted to the original of this, but regardless, the vocals are really solid. This is definitely like a really solid, like organic, hip hop sounding mix for sure. Super crisp, clean, clear, straight to the point. Like I said, drums cut through nicely, vocals sit nice. Yeah, I mean, you probably couldn't get it any better, to be honest with you. I definitely like the direction for this one. Simple and straight to the point, just like the whole song, realistically. So, vocal mix absolutely on point. Vocal shining star. I mean, it could be writing, but flow and cadence and delivery is pretty fucking crazy on this one. I think the flow and cadence and delivery really made all of the writing kind of hit home, to be honest with you. So probably flow and cadence and delivery here. Instrumental solid. Definitely the drums, vocal solid, flow and cadence delivery. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. So for a remix project, like I spoke a little bit about last week, this like black and white version is always a good direction, right? Because if you're doing like a remix of a project or a part two or anything like that, I always feel like using the same cover but kind of like editing it in a slightly different way always makes it kind of good for like a series or again a bunch of volumes or any kind of collection, really, to be honest with you. So this direction I like a lot, and this one you can kind of tell that it's like the remix version too. So when this project is fully out, I feel like it'll look sick alongside the rest of them for sure. So aesthetics on point. Overall theme, obviously, you could kind of break down the lyrics here, but this is definitely one that you want to just enjoy the writing and the lyricism for 100%. Like this is one where you just got to kick back, and the replayability factor is also here because again, the bars are just coming at you so fast, so guaranteed you'll go back and listen to it and find some shit that you didn't either hear the first time or kind of understand, so there's always that direction of it too, but I wouldn't look too deep for a theme there. Definitely enjoy it for what it is. That's a fact. With that said, huge shout out to Jordan. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow Jordan on SoundCloud. They're 5 followers away from 90 W milestone. And of course, make sure you go follow Jordan on Twitter. They are 10 followers away from 410. They finally back up at 400, man. Let's go, Jordan. And per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. And if you already have, thank you, my friends. Another solid remix from the homie Jordan. Let's go. I feel like once that project is like fully together and in like one place, it's going to be really crazy. Really crazy, to be honest with you. But up next, and last but certainly not least, our last patron of the night, the homie, King Mark. Now, it's been a while since Mark has submitted to the show. I think this will be the first submission for 2025. So, Mark, a multi-genre talented artist, has submitted a track titled "Play the Part Freestyle," prod by Out of Funds. Let's pop this over a new tab. Let's see what we got here. So, like I said, it's been a while since we heard from Mark, but Mark has been a Music Money's OG for quite some time. I think they've been submitting to the show since 2022-ish. So we've reacted to a lot of their earlier discography, some of their newer stuff. We've done some unreleased. So Mark's definitely been on a tear, especially over the last year or so. They've really kept up the consistency. So I'm excited to see what we have here. So per usual, again, it's been a while, so there'll be some things that we got to touch on here for sure. But let's get into it. King Mark, Play the Part Freestyle. Let's go.
Running out of funds.
Running out of funds. Those drums are crazy. Oh. Let's go, man. Wow. Okay. So this is really interesting for a multitude of reasons, right? But I think the big thing here is how much Mark has really dialed in their mix, because you could go pull up some older shows where we've reacted to some earlier King Mark, and this is like the definition of like the mixing journey, from like start to finish, right? Because sometimes, it takes a while to get certain sounds down, especially when it comes to vocals, but even more so when it comes to this type of vocals, right? You're going for more like electronic, plug kind of sound, right? So when it comes to getting a mix down for this, um, it's taken a while, and I feel like Mark has finally like perfected it when it comes to almost any type of instrumental. You know what I mean? Almost any type. So that's what's really amusing about this, and I think is super, super cool to see. Just because, again, like I said, you could go pull up any earlier show and you see the progress of their mixing for sure. So that's one really strong point here, 100%. But let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So we're going to talk about three things here. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're going to talk about vocals, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of Play the Part Freestyle. So, instrumental, prod by Out of Funds. Again, a very solid, like, dreamlike plug kind of sound. Definitely more on the softer end, but the drums kind of make up for it in the other aspects, too. So, with that said, I feel like the mix is solid. Nothing clashy, too overbearing. I feel like the sound selection was really great. Mark's vocals sit nice. Drums definitely cut through nicely. Nothing that I would ultimately change on this. I don't think we've reacted to much from Out of Funds, if at all. So, this will probably be the first time we've reacted to their production. But like I said, mix is solid. Nothing I would change there at all. Especially the 808, fantastic. Instrumental Shining Star. I kind of do like the melody. The melody is very like dreamlike and kind of like softer, but drums are up there though, man. Drums are really, really carrying this for sure when it comes to the instrumental. But the vibe all comes from the melody, so let's go drums. Just because the drums come in hot and they leave hot for sure. So let's go drums. Let's go drums. Instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. So again, Mark always goes for like a more electronic plug kind of sound, and they do really well with it, you know what I mean? Because perfecting this sound over the course of a couple years is definitely not easy. You know, you have to put out a shit ton of music, you have to record a shit ton of music with that said too. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a journey to be able to quote unquote process your vocals properly. You know what I mean? So definitely a very sharp mix from the homie Mark here for sure. Um, Especially if you're into this style, Mark's definitely an artist that you'll enjoy. You know, digging through their library and kind of being like, okay, like this is pretty fucking crazy. Because it's like alternative pop mixed with straight hip hop. You know what I mean? It's a very solid mix of two. But vocal mix is great here. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Probably one of the more crispiest and cleaner ones that we've ever had here on the show, to be honest. Especially like anything over the last like year or so from Mark has been like really, really fucking clean. Then everything else is clean too, but you know, there's like a significant jump in quality and skill, you know. So vocal mix solid, right where it needs to be. Vocal shining star. I do like the hook. But I feel like the writing was really nice here, you know, even though it is a freestyle, just kind of punching in, punching out. I do like the writing, to be honest with you. So let's go writing and lyrics here. Definitely. Instrumental solid, definitely drums, vocal solid, writing for sure. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. I mean, Mark's been super consistent with their covers as of recently, man. And, you know, they just do a really good job. But whether it's Mark on the cover or they have somebody else do it, could be Mild, could be anybody else, but regardless, they always do really well, and it's been very consistent, which is another thing that, you know, we speak about that with Braden, we speak about that with so many other artists that like really try to stay in between the lines, right? So it's all these varying degrees of purples, and then obviously their aesthetics with cars is like super big for them, so they like to incorporate all that too. So when it comes to something like this, perfect first single, to be honest with you, perfect first single, something that I like, you know what I mean? So aesthetics definitely on point for sure. I mean, you have Play the Part in the middle, King Mark bottom mid, got the whip in the middle, and then the heart filter just kind of caps it all off and makes it eye catching, you know. So aesthetics definitely on point. Overall theme, Play the Part. I mean, you know, pretty self-explanatory theme here, but also at the same time, it's one of those that like you just come up with on the spot. So it technically is a freestyle, but at the same time, it's just one of those ones where you're just in the studio and you're just cooking, you know, it's just line after line for line, and it's just coming to you, you know. So those creative spurts, you don't want to waste, you know what I mean. So sometimes you'll kind of dive in and really end up with something like this, as to where you got everything you needed to get out, but it's also very laid back and chill, you know. Even the ad libs were very chill, you know. So I think Mark did a really good job with this one, and it kind of shows you their range and how loose that they can really get on a track, or like they really wrote their ass off. I'm sure it's like a completely different tone as well, but this is definitely one where I feel like you wouldn't skip in your library at all, and it's definitely one that highlights Mark's strong points from writing to flow and cadence, but also just being able to have like a really quick, clean, easy track. So well done, my friend. Well done. With that said, huge shout out to King Mark. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much, much love. Make sure you go follow Mark on SoundCloud. They're only 8 followers away from 210. So make sure you go show them some love. And of course, make sure you go follow Mark on Twitter. They are 3 followers away from 330. So make sure you go show Mark some love over there on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Well, let's get it, baby. And if you already have shown the channel some love, we appreciate you here at Music Mondays, my friends. Let's go. But per usual, that is all of our patrons for the night. So huge shout out to all the Music Mondays patrons. Huge shout out to Jordan, TDG, Kruger, Ryuki, the homie Mark, the homie Laveries, and everybody else who's even following the Patreon. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's time to hop into the rest of our community submissions. First off, we're back with the homie Jay Fade. Now, Jay submitted quite the visual for their first time submission, and it's been a while since we heard from them. I think they had like a repeat submission or some shit like that, but this week, they submitted a new Fade Fridays. So let's go see what we got here. Think I Can Fly Fade Fridays performance. Yeah, because they have quite a few of them. I think Keep Cool was the one that we reacted to the last time. I'm pretty sure. But Jay, obviously a very, very talented hip hop artist, has been killing it with these. Oh yeah, see, they have quite a few of them. They definitely have quite a few of them. Yeah, so it looks like there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think so. The one that we did was Keep Cool, and now we're gonna do Think I Can Fly. All right, I'm down. Let's get into it. This is a concept that I really, really enjoyed the first time, so obviously I know I'm gonna enjoy this one. But let's go see what the homie Jay Fade has been up to. Think I Can Fly. Let's go.
Look, shit, I think that I could fly. Took a toothbrush to the soul. There ain't much that can't be mine. The more versions of myself that I'm leaving behind. Needed a time, think it's now. Yeah, I'm easy to find. I'm outside, full strength. It's just me with something left. That just mean that something's next. I think all of y'all exempt. Couldn't recognize myself, so I got better every step. When the feeling's pure, you don't need the measurements to stretch. Fucked it up, got it back. Most of me is still intact. Even call this shit a weed. Maybe I'm just too attached. Think I owe it to myself. Find me when the roof collapse, or maybe when the roof's detached, or some cereals that match. I said run like you see Ricky in a hat. I was devastated. Tell me where's the time we thought we had. Shit died, I moved on, but resuscitated quick. Caught a glimpse of some parts of me that's harder to forget.
Holy
it
shit.
was fade, bitch. I found out how to make the table spin. Motherfuckers thought I died. I just mastered how to swim. This another situation. I'll get out what I put in. Underestimated karma, gonna find you and begin. I could probably play the 5, but I don't like shit in the middle. I should probably go inside, but I don't mind when it's eventful. Took my loyalty for granted, that's the part where I don't get you. Now the call is urgent, guess it's all on me what I give into. I don't need this shit suspenseful. I don't like the second guess about my shoulder, or to think is this a love that you pretend to, or the trials that we've been through left me with some open eyes. I don't even need a menu for this time when I decide. Like,
What the fuck?
Should I think that I could fly? Step 1, know yourself. Should I think that I could fly? So my brother, we gon' shine like what's really in the sky. Step 2, fuck the rules, bitch. I think that I could fly. Like,
What the
should I
fuck?
think that I could fly? Step 1, know yourself. Should I think that I could fly? So my brother, we gon' shine like what's really in the sky. Step 2, fuck the rules, bitch. I think that I could fly. Like, should I think that I could fly?
Whoa.
Should I think that I could fly? I don't know no limits, bitch. I think that I could fly. Should I think that I could fly?
Powerful.
What it sound like?
Fucking
Wrong ways
powerful.
on this bitch, nigga. Should I think that I could fly? It's 2-5, nigga.
Well done. Well done. That was fire. Holy shit. All right. So like I said, I kind of went into this knowing that I was going to love this concept again, but this one is just, I mean, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, the writing is crazy, the flow and cadence is fucking nuts. There's a lot to talk about here. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. So, we're going to talk about 3 things. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're going to talk about vocals, and we're going to talk about the overall theme. Or no, actually, we're not going to talk about the theme. We're going to talk about the Fade Fridays performance official visual, because I think that's definitely important. But we'll talk about the theme, like, a little bit. But, let's talk instrumental. So a very kind of like OG sounding hip-hop instrumental, but very modern as well. Modern sounds, modern feel to it, but the samples are very soulful as well, so I just like the choice, especially for this kind of style of rapping. You know, if you just wanted to spit some shit, this is definitely the instrumental for that, for sure. So one, I like the choice, but the mix is great. Nothing clashing too overbearing. I love the sound selection. Drums are good. Vocals definitely sit nice. Drums cut through nicely. Nothing I would ultimately change on this at all. This will be the second track that we've reacted to from Jay, and both of them have been really tight with the mix. Like, the mix has just been super, super on point. So, that's great. Fantastic. Instrumental Shining Star. You know, the sample, man, the sample is very soulful. I won't lie. You know, the sample's very relaxing. and then the drums kind of pick up the pace a little bit, and then Jay just kind of tops it off. So I kind of do want to say the sample, but the drums are up there. But I feel like the sample for sure. Definitely the sample. The instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, again, just like the instrumental, fantastic. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Jay has a really solid natural voice. So it's definitely not one that you'd want to go too crazy on with post-processing and engineering and things like that. So I wouldn't go super, super crazy with it, of course, but it just depends on what kind of track it is. But this one, when it comes to Jay, absolutely fantastic. Again, nothing I would ultimately change on here. Crisp, clean, straight to the point. Vocal shining star. You know, the writing really is crazy. The writing really, really is crazy. I like the hook a lot. Flow and cadence and delivery's up there. Man, you could really make an argument for any one of those, to be honest with you. Let's go flow and cadence and delivery. Just because the flow and cadence and delivery just made the lyrics hit that much harder, to be honest with you. So, definitely flow and cadence. Absolutely. Instrumental solid, definitely the sample. Vocal solid, definitely the flow and cadence and delivery. Let's talk about the Fade Fridays performance. So, again, I like this concept a lot. Like I said, I mean, Jay has quite a few of these on their channel here, and I feel like they're really, really solid. It's like so high quality too, right? I mean, like at face value, it's like kind of simple, but for tracks like these where Jay's like really fucking spitting and really like saying some real shit, I feel like you don't need anything to distract you from that, you know. And this is the type of visual and the type of content that makes you focus on the track. You know what I mean? Like there's not too much more to distract you from this. You know what I mean? So I feel like shit like this is super, super cool. And super easy to get done as well. I mean, really not much post-editing here except just kind of adding the lyrics on, you know? So not really a crazy labor-intensive job, you know what I mean? But I think they do a really, really good job with this. And it makes you focus on the track itself way more, 100%. And like I said the last time, Jay is obviously very comfortable on camera, especially like when they're in their element rapping and recording. Like I feel like this is like them at 100%, you know what I mean? Like they're very comfortable and in their zone. So that's another thing here that I think is really shining through. But overall, a really solid concept, and artists need to be doing a shit ton more of this and have fun with it, though. You know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, you don't have to call everything content. This is like, you know, very unique. You know, especially you know, like Fade Fridays and just having like, you know, either like a monthly or like a weekly drop, and you're doing it like this, and you're picking tracks that have like a ton of meaning or tracks that are just almost freestyles. Like it doesn't even really matter. I just think the concept is fantastic, you know, and they do pretty well view wise too. So I think that's what's really solid. But well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Jay Fade. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much, much love. Make sure you go sub to their YouTube channel. They are 30 subs away from 200. So make sure you go show them some love on the tube. And of course, make sure you go follow them on Twitter as well. They are 8 followers away from 740. Make sure you go show them some love on the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all that good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. Let's get it. That one's fantastic, man. I'm just really big on that one. I just like the concept. Jay's super fucking talented. You know what I mean? I just think it's really solid, to be completely honest with you. Just like really well put together, you know? Okay. So, up next, we have, I believe, the homie Sam's Raps. Now, Sam's Raps been on tear, especially with all their unreleased material and just really coming to town with their writing recently, for sure. But Sam's Raps, a very, very talented hip-hop artist, has submitted another upload, which I think is actually really fucking sick. Okay, so Lil Live 16 for you. F it. More live raw vocals because we really do this shit. You're hereby on notice. I'm fucking down. Okay. So let's see here. All right, let's go 1080, right? We'll go full screen. Let's get into it. Sam's Raps, live, raw, uncut, Lil 16. Let's get into it.
Second best of 1% less and they be measuring. I'll catch a heat while out in the cold, you know that leather stick. Every set in practice beat is adding up to mastery. The sad fact of the matter is you not passing me. I'm crafting raps from fallen opponents, come join the tapestry. And that's the average of data, now let's extrapolate. The sauce is gonna rise to the top in future of past debates. Can't take the hate, can't relate, they pray to grab the tape. Still adding racks to the safe, it's safe to say nothing changed. If you don't love the game, you ain't gotta play. But if you're gonna take the stage, you better have some shit to fucking say. I'm sick of the indie rappers spitting only idioms. You think they would've took the time to pen something original? Every rhyme they kick I've heard on someone else's demo. Posting quotes all over social, my quotidian is quotables.
Jesus. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is even elevating the last concept even more. So not too long ago, Sam's Raps came through with a really fantastic visual with lyrics, and it was something similar to this, but this is way more intimate and way more personal. And I think this one is like almost something like Sam's really had to get off their chest. You know what I mean? Like they really, really had to do that. So this one, damn, this was cold. This was fucking cold. But I just like the concept in general, though. All right. Let's break this down. So, we're gonna talk about 3 things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're definitely gonna talk about the visual here. And it's kind of like a raw, live, uncut, like almost like unplugged kind of thing. You know what I mean? Which is a great concept in general. But let's talk instrumentals. So, I mean, instrumental mix, even for like a video version and just like how it is here, like even on Twitter, I still feel like the instrumental mix is fantastic. Nothing super, super classic, too overbearing. Very Sam's Raps type instrumental. Again, vocals still sound nice even though they're raw. Drums are great. Yeah, I mean, definitely no gripes on this, especially for like what this content piece is. I feel like Sam's did a really good job on this. So instrumental mix solid. Instrumental shining star. You know, the drums are definitely up there. Melodies are great. Structure's solid, especially for like just a quick minute snippet. I kind of want to say drums though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like drums definitely kept up the pace here for sure. Yeah, let's go drums on this one. Let's definitely go drums. So instrumental solid, let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, obviously raw and uncut, but still very solid, you know, like still high quality. This is why, you know, sometimes your studio gear does matter. I mean, obviously it matters, you know, in every case, but this will be like the difference of like a $10 mic and like a $50 mic kind of thing, you know, or even like a $50 mic and like a $200 mic. Like the Sam still sounds pretty high quality here, you know, even though it is just like a raw and unplugged. So I think that's what's really solid about this. You know what I mean? Because you can do shit like this and not have to worry about a mix or blah 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 blah, anything like that, you know. So vocal mix solid for where it's at. I mean, especially for it being live. Vocal shining star. I mean, it's got to be writing. You know what I mean? It's got to be writing 100%. Like some of these bars were just so entertaining and like they're so clever too. Like certain shit is just clever. It just puts a smile on my face and I'm like, that was creative. And I'm like, shit. So let's go writing here. Let's definitely go writing for sure. Instrumental solid, definitely drums. Vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk about the visual here. So I like this one a lot. It has this like found footage, like old school real kind of feel to it, obviously with the backdrop and whatnot. But I think the thing that puts this over the edge is the lyrics like on top of Sam's head. Again, like I think we just got 2 back-to-back submissions where it's very simple, but it makes you focus on the writing more. It makes you focus on the track more. It's super important to have visuals like this every once in a while. And Sam's is starting to get really creative with these. You know, the last one was very entertaining, and this is the perfect way to kind of step it up. You know what I mean? And keep doing these like live and unplugged, you know, 16 bars, 32 bars, whatever you want to do, right? So shit like this is very entertaining, and it's perfect for segments like ours right here on the Music Mondays podcast, or even just for your socials, or just really if you want to spit some shit, this is definitely the way to do it. This is definitely the way to do it. And I feel like Sam's Raps did a really good fucking job with this. But well done, my friend. Well done. Love the concept. With that said, huge shout out to Sam's Raps. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much, much love. Make sure you go follow Sam's Raps on Twitter. They're approaching 1.1K on the Bird app, so make sure you go show them some love over there. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We are approaching 300 subscribers. Per usual, we upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists in the channel some love. Let's get it, baby. And if you already have, thank you. we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, my friends. Let's continue on. We left off in the homie Sam's Raps. Up next is the homie Remix Cat. Now, I think last week was the first time they submitted to the show, and we actually went over a little snippet of theirs, which was actually super, super cool to break down. So I'm down to do it again, man. Let's see what we got here. So we got another track from the homie Remix Cat. Now, Remix Cat being a multi-genre talented artist, has submitted a YouTube link. So let's pop this open a new tab. Let's see what we got here. I'm down. Oh shit, and we got a little visual here. Okay. All right, so let's go 720. Let's go full volume. Taking on a journey in the world and many things. For more treats, click here. Love that Remix Cat. Love that. All right, let's get into it. Bro is vibing. Bro is straight vibing. Oh shit. What an insane visual. Wait, this is crazy. What the fuck? I was not expecting a visual. Look at him hit that shit. He is fucking vibing. It does have that kind of Egyptian dance feel to it, for sure. Kind of reminds me of that LSD Dream Simulator or something like that. Straight God level vibe. I so agree. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Well, what's good, Auto? Hope you well. Welcome on in. Happy Monday, my friend. I was like, what the fuck, man? Bro, he's hitting that shit. This one kind of reminds me of Halo. That's crazy. Don't know where scoop the show. Let's get it. Let's go, baby. Yeah, way fun. I agree. Yeah, super fun. Super fun. Hope you have a good shift at work, my friend. Get that bread. Yeah, this one super reminds me of Halo, man. It's like a rhythm game vibe now. Yeah, that's a great shout. Rhythm game is a great shout. Yeah. That's a really great show. A little bit of a switch up. The big ass alien in the pyramid is crazy. He's looking into our soul, man. Back with bro vibing. Holy shit. This is a crazy visual. I will say that. The hieroglyphs and shit in the background is crazy. This was very creative, to be honest with you. Like, if you're gonna go this route as a producer, I mean, I feel like Remix Cat didn't pull any punches on this. Wow. Very creative, to be honest. A little bit of a fade out there. Okay. I see the vision. I like this a lot. Especially for like the Egyptian vibes. I feel like Remix Tech did like a really good job on this, to be honest with you. Okay. So let's break it down. Obviously, no vocals. So we're going to talk about two things here. We're going to talk about the instrumental, and we're definitely going to talk about the visual here. So, let's see. Instrumental. Instrumental makes this solid. Nothing clashy, too overbearing. Nothing I would ultimately change on this. Sound selection's good. Pace is good. Nothing that I noticed that was like too off-putting. I feel like the drums are nice and tucked. I feel like everything's right where it needs to be honest with you. So nothing too crazy here. Instrumental makes solid. Instrumental shining star. Some of the beat switches were sick. Structure was decent. Drums were decent. I feel like the thing that really kind of struck me the most was probably the melodies. I feel like the melodies really set the tone of like dark Egypt, like old school kind of, just pyramid kind of feel, So I feel like that was very spot on. So I'm gonna go with melodies here for sure, but you could definitely make a point for any one of them. So definitely melodies. Let's talk about the visual here. I mean, fantastic, to be honest with you. Like it was actually very funny because I wasn't expecting a visual. I thought this was just gonna loop for a bit, but we basically went on a journey, and there was so many cool like little hidden things in here. I mean, this is what's awesome about being a producer or even just an artist in general, right? Sometimes if you're gonna release any type of instrumental track, right? I feel like going hard with the visuals is such a plus. And you didn't even really need to do anything super crazy for this, you know what I mean? But it was still like a great pyramid Egyptian kind of concept, So I feel like the point was definitely made, but also you didn't really have to go too like out of budget or, go get it commissioned or anything like that. This is definitely like all in-house shit, which is awesome. You know what I mean? I think shit like that is very, very awesome. But the variety of clips is definitely what I think is the shining star here. And then we go back to bro just vibing and he's really hitting that shit. No, that was funny. That was funny. I thought this concept was great and very well executed. So, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Remix Cat. Make sure you go follow them on YouTube. They are now 6 subs, or no, now they're 4 subs away from 170. Now that we subscribe to their channel, so make sure you go show them some love on the tube. And of course, make sure you go follow them on Twitter. They are approaching 2.3K on the Bird app, so make sure you go show Remix Cat some love on Bird. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. And make sure you subscribe. We are about 3 or 4 subs away from 300. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you, my friends. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. All right. So, you guys know the drill. We're about halfway through the show. So, we're going to get up, go stretch our legs, all that other good jazz, and I'm going to need you guys to go do the same. So, if you got to go walk the dog, maybe you got to go take a bathroom break, maybe you're going to go make a Hot Pocket, do whatever you got to do, and Music Mondays is going to return right after this commercial break. So, make sure you don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live with the Music Mondays podcast, episode 214. Hope your break was well, hope you're chilling, but let's get right back into it. So, let's see here. We left off with the homie Remix Cat. Up next is the homie Lucha Libro, a very talented alternative artist, has submitted it looks like a new track off of their recent project. We reacted to, I think, track 1 last week, so now we're going to do track 2. I'm down. Let's get into it, Lucha Libro.
Estoy perdido. Brújula, brújula, no tengo muy claro dónde me lleva. Brújula, paso ya, no me importa ni tampoco quiero. Sol se va, sol se va, se esconde de la luna. Sol se va, sol se va, se esconde de la luna. Las olas se acercan más y noto que el agua está más profunda. Brújula no me servirá si me mantengo aquí, pero el mar ya me hunda. Brújula,
Okay.
más allá. Brújula, déjame en paz. Sol se va, sol se va, se esconde de la luna. Sol se va, sol se va, se esconde de la luna. Las olas se acercan más y noto que el agua está más profunda. Brújula no me servirá, me mantengo aquí, pero el mar ya me hunda. Brújula, paso ya. Déjame en paz.
Super fucking unique.
Sol se va, sol se va, se esconde de la luna. Sol se va, sol se va, se esconde de la luna.
Huh. Wow.
Déjame en paz.
Let's go. Okay. So, from the first 2 tracks of this project, I'm getting like a very different kind of vibe from Lucha Libro here. It's very interesting. It's more leaning towards like dance and like electronic rock almost. You know what I mean? So they are kind of dipping their toes into like a slightly different sound, which I think is pretty sick. So, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about 3 things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of this track. So, let's talk instrumental. Instrumental mix. Really solid, to be honest with you. Nothing super clashy that I noticed. Sound selection was good. Structure was really solid. I feel like vocals sat nice with it. Nothing that I had any real gripes with, to be honest with you. So, instrumental mix definitely right where it needs to be. Instrumental shining star. I kind of want to say structure here for this one. I'm not going to lie to you. Structure, but I do like the drums, though. Drums are definitely up there. And the melody's great, too. Melody has, like, a really high energy. Let's go structure, though. Just because it keeps up the pace nice, and like for the whole project itself, I feel like this is a good track too. You know, it definitely keeps up the pace from the first track. Sure. So let's go structure. Instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. Very interesting mix. Lucha Libro is very experimental when it comes to their mixing, and I think that's really cool. In the aspect that, like, you know, you can always find your sound easier that way. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's not good to like head bash the same things over and over again. sometimes when you experiment a little bit more, you might be able to find a side of yourself that you'd never really seen before, you know. So I feel like Lucha Libre is very experimental when it comes to their mixes, which you gotta respect. So, um, vocal mix definitely solid for where it's at. Nothing super super clashy, too overbearing. Nothing I would like ultimately change on this. Um, vocal shining star. Uh, hmm. You know, probably the hook, just because again the pace, like Lucha Libre definitely knows how to like keep the pace with certain tracks and like when to come in and when to go out, and you know, structure is very important. But um, I definitely feel like the hook was well placed here. Yeah, yeah, we could probably go hook for this one, definitely. So instrumental solid, definitely the structure, vocal solid, definitely the hook. Talk theme, aesthetics. I've actually spoke about this cover a little bit last week, but just to kind of talk about it slightly here again, I love this concept. It definitely has like an EP vibe to it. It has this like fisheye blending kind of vibe, and then artist names in the middle, and then project name up top. But what's even more important about this is Lucha Libre is very, very consistent with their covers, right? Whether it's a single or it's their projects, it's like a cover within a cover, but the yellow border is like super their signature. You know what I mean? So I think that's super common, or it's super cool. But it's just common to see them like keep up with a theme here. You know what I mean? So I'm big on this one. I'm definitely big on this one. But it does have like a good like EP/project kind of feel to it. 100%. Very consistent. So, um, hmm. Overall theme, obviously nothing that we could like specifically dig into here, but this project definitely has like a new direction. You know, kind of like I said at the start, they're really tapping into like a dance, electric rock, kind of like fast paced genre blend here. So I'm definitely excited to keep reacting to the rest of the project. And the next track is actually MK Ultra, which is fucking crazy. But well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Lucha Libre. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much, much love. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify. And of course, make sure you go follow Lucha Libre on Twitter. They are 4 followers away from 150. Make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers on the main channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. Okay, so we left off the homie Lucha Libre. Up next is the homie Ghost. Ghost is usually pretty far down the submission list, but we got an early Ghost submission here tonight, man. I'm down. I'm definitely down now. Ghost, a very talented producer, has submitted another unreleased instrumental. This is a throwaway because of it being so long to drop it, as I couldn't find another artist for it, but still one of my favorite songs I produced. Can't lie. Oh, shit. Okay, so we got some vocals here. All right. So we got a Dropbox link. Let's pop this open in Dropbox. And let's see what we got here. Make sure no emails pop up. You guys know the drill. All right, some unreleased Ghost incoming. Let's get into it. I'm down. Let's see what we got.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah, halo on my shoulder, devil lurking in the back. Yeah,
holy shit.
Go, but the memories will last. Thankful for my burdens, for discovering my path. Ain't no need a carbon copy, know exactly who I am. Do not hit my phone if you're not considered fam. Way too many wanna see once the trophy's in your hands. I want mental peace in a pocket full of bands. I'm an East Coast vibe, LA's never in the plans. To get my thoughts off my chest when I'm feeling low. More attentions, more favors from people you barely know. Used to run from all my problems by drinking and blowing smoke. But highs are temporary lows, make it permanent undertows. What's below the surface isn't beautiful, it's never what it seems. You ever wonder if the other side is really green? I'ma make it, only homies welcomed on my team. Dollar in a dream, where the cold, realest on the scene.
Wow.
Sin like a devil, love like an angel. You can't help but to see me, I come from every angle. I'm hearing voices above, they're saying that I better never give up. My fam's counting on me, know this music shit in my blood. I don't got no because as to why I gotta do it. I just been killing them all, lately I've been going stupid. Circle currently small, maybe I'm just seeing through it. Maybe everyone around me don't get what I'm pursuing. Double down on this work, I live it. Bitch, I'm coded and frigid, I've been exposing all the fakers and critics. If you wanna know homie, go and play my catalog. Patience here is key, people coming and they gone. I'ma get what's mine, breaking through every line. Couple friends that I lost, I was catching all the signs. Yeah, success is really dependent on how to find. Work until I have it all, I'm a product of my design.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That was mean. That was fucking mean. Gotta let the instrumental ride out. Wow. That's actually crazy that that's unreleased. That is fucking crazy. So back to Ghost Caption. It's a throwaway because of it being for so long to drop it. As I couldn't find another artist for it, but still one of my favorite songs ever. I can't lie. I could see why. Not only is the instrumental crazy, but the verses are fucking nuts here. The verses are really, really nuts here. All right, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. So, we're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of this unreleased Ghost produced track. All right. So, let's talk instrumental. Obviously, the big player, 100%. Instrumental mix fantastic. Nothing clashing to overbearing. Both artists sound really, really solid on this. Sound selection's great. I mean, thinking back on, nothing that I really have any gripes with, to be honest with you. Nothing ultimately that I think stuck out in a bad way at all, you know. Ghost tends to have really, really solid mixing on their production, so not really a shocker here, but something you always want to point out for anybody new. But instrumental mix definitely right where it needs to be, 100%. Instrumental Shining Star. So this is interesting because you could really make an argument for any one of these. Definitely melodies up there, drums are up there, structure's definitely up there. The drums are just so tough on this. The drums are so tough, especially all the way down the sound selection. The patterns are great. Yeah, let's go drums, man. Even though the melody is very catchy, let's go drums for sure. So instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix for both artists actually really solid, to be honest. Clean, crisp, clear, somewhat of like a natural mix too, you know, but definitely has that high quality to it. So nothing I would ultimately change on this, especially for this kind of like organic hip hop style, definitely. So vocal mix up there, vocal Shining Star. Man, you could say flow and cadence and delivery for both, but I feel like writing for both is really crazy. I almost got like a cipher kind of feel from this. It was just like passing the beat back and forth, you know. So I'm gonna go with writing here. 100% writing, but you could definitely make an argument for anything else too, though. You know, flow and cadence and delivery for sure, but writing's definitely up there for me. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. Vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk theme. So obviously unreleased here, but this is definitely one of those tracks where you could have gotten a third artist on it, but still where it's at with it being unreleased, I still think it's very, very solid. You know what I mean? Very, very well put together. It's a shame it's on the shelf because this one definitely slaps. This one definitely fucking slaps. Like, both the verses are crazy, but it has this like heavy kind of like in your face sound, you know. It's very like motivating. You know, it definitely has like that motivation vibe for it for sure. But well done, my friends. Well done. With that said, huge shout out to Ghost. Make sure you go follow Ghost on Twitter. They are 5 followers away from 520. So make sure you go show them some love on the bird at my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 300 subscribers, so we have times per week. Every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good jazz is up there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists the channel some love, baby. You guys know the drill. All right, so up next we have the homie Onwuka, a very, very talented hip hop artist, has submitted a track titled "My Funky Grind." Time for the last sleazy track, "My Funky Grind." This track's all about taking my funkster side and combining it with my stunner shit. Bunch of soul and band references and try to inspire you to grind to the top. Okay, yeah. See, sleazy has been quite the journey. We've reacted to pretty much everything here on this project, so by Onwuka's estimate, this is the last sleazy track, so I'm down. I'm definitely down. Go take a look at the track list. Let's see here. Yep, Pie was good. Sunday Skate, Extra. I don't know if we did Extra. Going Around the Way, yep. Natty D's, Interstellar Fella, Sweet Cream was fire. The Mob, Hit the Scene. I don't know if we did Extra. I feel like Extra's the last one I'm not sure about. But for tonight's episode, we have My Funky Grind. So let's see what we got here. Onwuka, Xavier, Sleazy, My Funky Grind. Let's get into it.
A shopper spends an average of only 35 seconds in a baked goods department.
Drums are great. Oh shit. Am I faded?
My groove straight moves to abuse a loft. So smooth like the fumes from a broth. I do the cooking like a rust. What I got in the pot. Take a cruise on my lyrical bus before I drop you off. Peruse my clues, get drawn to my light like a moth. I'll discuss how to this bust when I'm making a bop. Choose devil like a bane, break the bat when I knock it out of the park. If you know what I'm talking about. Make it go blind from the way my shine pops. Take you for a ride with my lines sitting up. Annihilating your mind anytime I talk. My phone kick around, does not stop. Make it go blind from the way my shine pops. Take you for a ride with my lines sitting up. Annihilating your mind anytime I talk. My phone kick around, does not stop. I'm wrecking the rhyming when I'm unloaded. I'm perfecting the timing, sliding slowly. Injected slimy verses that infect the beat. Center of your mind and make a vision that imploded the fabric of the universe. Now you think the world is ending, better grab your shoulder. Wuka verse belong in the holy temple next to ancient artifacts that start glowing. Paint and carve with raps, I'm never eroding. Can't carve and track how I am flowing. More drive than a carbon on the track before we got with a pad. I latch on the mic all closely. Like leeches doing bodies in the water all floating. My speech is brewed with the player as a grind to OG. Let us slaughter your dome G. Straight caught you like a zombie. Was feasting on your dome piece. Make it go blind from the way my shine pops. Take you for a ride with my lines enough. Annihilating your mind anytime I talk. My phone kick around, does not stop. Make it go blind from the way my shine pops. Take you for a ride with my lines enough. Annihilating your mind anytime I talk. My phone kick around, does not stop. My phone kick around, does not stop. You know I gotta climb to the top and I do not mind. If you watch, maybe there's something in my vibe that you can cop. My phone kick around, does not stop. You know I gotta climb to the top and I do not mind. If you watch, maybe there's something in my vibe that you can cop. Does not stop. Does not stop. Does not stop. Does not stop. My vibe is in the guise of funk and soul. Well, I make it bounce like an ounce, even if it's molded. Rockin' skates like grinds to my pockets is doughy. Fawn and Mason would made it a homemade. The man with the voice, I'm animated like Toby. Fantastic choice, Ben Grimm, reaping the phonies. The bombastic boys can never do it like O.E. Bomb blast, the noise is very specific. Quote and strike like a match in the wind, no matter the loss. Don't give up, try again like when you die from a boss. The only way to rise within and climb to the top. Lonely days, just a pen is all that I got. But don't forget your friends like I am anime top. No need to look over the fence, go work on your own lot. That's what you do when your funky grind does not stop. That's what you do when your funky grind does not stop. Does not stop. Does not stop.
Wow.
Does not stop. 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 Make it go blind from the way my shine pop. Take you for a ride with my lines sitting up. Annihilating your mind anytime I talk. My phone kick around, does not stop. Make it go a line from the way my shine pop. Take you for a ride with my lines that knock, annihilating your mind. Anytime I talk, my funky grind does not stop. My funky grind does not stop. You know I gotta climb to the top, and I do but not mind. If you watch, maybe there's something in my vibe that you can cop. My funky grind does not stop. You know I gotta climb to the top, and I do but not mind. If you watch, maybe there's something in my vibe that you can cop.
Let's go.
Does not stop. Does not stop. Eat baked goods, that's what they become my flow. Some baked goods for you to enjoy on while you savor on some baked goods, you know what I'm saying? This one is about how you climb to the top.
Let's go.
That's how I do it with my funkiness and stunner itch.
Definitely does have that like funky kind of vibe, but it's just very vibey in general, to be honest with you. That's one of the ones where you could just like really kick back and just, man, absorb that. That one definitely needs like you have to pay attention. You have to. Wow. Well done. Well done, to be honest with you. That's a very like sneaky track to have on here. Track number 6 too. Like that's a very sneaky one. Like if you didn't play this from start to finish, then that's a track that you might miss. You know what I mean? Like you might miss that, which would be a shame, right? So, very unique on the project though, but it definitely has its place. It sounds like a sleazy track for sure. Let's see here. All right. We're gonna talk about 3 things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of My Funky Grind. So, let's talk instrumental. A very interesting kind of instrumental. It definitely has that funk element to it, but still very like hip hop centered. And I feel like this is a really solid choice for this as well. So I like the choice off rip for Sleazy as like a project whole, right? So, the choice is solid, but the instrumental mix, definitely clean, to be honest with you. Nothing super clashy to overbearing. Nothing that I would like ultimately change on this. I like the sound selection. There's a lot of like real raw instrumental sounds on here, so I definitely feel like in that route when it comes to mixing, those can be a bitch to mix. Like either it's super easy or it's like super fucking annoying. So I definitely think they hit a good middle ground with this one for sure. So instrumental mix solid. Instrumental shining star. The melodies are up there, but the drums I feel like keep up the pace and the rhythm like really well, like really fucking well. So I kind of want to go drums here, to be honest with you. Yeah, thinking about it, yeah, let's go drums, man. Drums just keep up the rhythm so well. Instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, always very solid. I mean, Onwuka has a really solid natural voice, right? So you don't want to go too crazy with processing unless the certain track calls for it, the style calls for it, or anything like that. So my thing here is it's definitely right where it needs to be. Nothing too crazy on this one that I would change, to be honest with you. So vocal mix, crisp, clean, clear. Again, nothing that I would ultimately change, to be honest with you. Let's see here. So vocal mix solid, vocal shining star. You could say flow and cadence and delivery. You definitely could. But I feel like writing was pretty crazy. Like, this is one, again, where the replayability is so high because there's going to be so many bars that you don't pick up on the first listen, So for me, we totally got to go writing here, to be honest with you. Let's absolutely go writing for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. Vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk theme. I've spoke about the Sleazy cover quite a few times, but I always want to speak about it again every time we get a submission from here, just because, again, for a project like Sleazy, I think the thing that really stuck out to me the most on this was the like watercolor, like oil painting kind of feel here, right? And it does make it upper echelon, like it brings it to like a whole new level for sure, especially for a project called Sleazy. You know what I mean? Because you could have done like the obvious thing here, but the fact that it's like an oil kind of aesthetic, I feel like makes this super solid. So aesthetics absolutely on point. Very much project worthy for sure. Overall theme, I would say Onwuka actually pretty much breaks it down for us here. This track is all about taking my funkster side and combining it with my stunner shit. Bunch of soul and band references, but attract and inspire you to grind to the top. Which, I mean, I agree. It definitely has that, like, motivational kind of feel to it, but it's also, like, very vibey. Like, it's very, like, feel-good kind of track, you know? I feel like this one stands out on this project for sure. Yeah, to be honest, I feel like Onwuka definitely nailed it for sure. I mean, it definitely has that funky feel to it, but it has that Onwuka twist as to where, you know, it doesn't get too funky, you know what I mean? And you really start to break down some of the bars and you're like, holy shit. Again, like I said, this is definitely one of those tracks on the project where you would spin this back and kind of hear a line for the first time and be like, you know, like kind of missed some shit there for sure. So definitely has like a very high replayability factor, 100%. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Onwuka. Thank you so much for the submission. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify. And of course, make sure you go follow Onwuka on Twitter. They are 3 followers away from 720. So make sure you go show them some love in the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. Let's get it. Well done, my friends. All right. So, let's see here. Left off with the homie Onwuka. Up next is the homie Sin, aka Survival and Negativity, a very, very talented hip hop artist. Has submitted a track titled "Come Home Nomad." Here's a collab with the homie Mel Midge, the homie Mel, for his upcoming project "If I Sit Down." Come Home Nomad featuring Sin. Wow, okay. This is pretty rare. We don't really get a lot of Sin features. I mean, we do, but not like on solo tracks or anything like that. That's like that's very interesting. I'm down. This will definitely be the first time we've reacted to Mel for sure. Sleepy Music Boy. Wow. Interesting. They have quite a few tracks too. Wow. Okay, I'm down. Let's get into it. All right, Mel, Come Home Nomad featuring Sin. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I really do. But here's the thing: when it comes to production, the freedom behind that, the creativity behind the sampling, when it comes to, you know, kind of like the writing and the energy going on between each vocal take, and just the overall concept and what was accomplished, I don't know how you were not saying. I don't know how you could think that Paul's Boutique isn't the best Beastie Boys album ever.
You can come home, we've been waiting for you. You can come home, we've been waiting for you. You can come home, we've been waiting for you. You can come home, we've been waiting for you.
I've been nomadic for a minute so far. I'm quick to ditch current predicament if tension's alarm. I built a sense for any situation seen from afar. Predetermined by experience, I flip and depart. That's the will of a survivor. Never anywhere too long and only stagnant in what's prior to the shift of the heart. Could this apartment be a prison to you, shackled and barred? We don't need a destination just to sit in the car. We both share a pain of distance and its consequence. Every dinner an event now, from routine to appointment. It's a dance that we perform in place of honest and articulate expressions of some genuine, authentic thought to where we've been. It's how are you? I'm fine. Are you? You're fine. That's good to hear. The food is great. Oh, thank you. I tried hard to make it good. And what a year it's been. The weather up and down, so hot in June or rainy May. Just how it goes and how's the job? Tell me again, what was the pay?
Share a name and nothing else. Can't help but sometimes blame myself. No matter living tricky when it comes to keeping up as well as coming home every so often. Can't remember if we talked about whatever current thing we chose to pull out of the closet. And if I'm honest, I don't have an explanation. No, you want it. What's the reason for the running and the plan for what's coming?
Wow.
I don't know. Just keep moving. You can come home. We've been waiting for you.
Send this shit to me over a text.
just like that. You just pick up and leave on some I'll be right back and make a bad guy out of me when I try to fight that. Like this ain't worth fighting for. Never mind, copy. It's all one-sided. Feels like I'm talking to a brick wall, an insult to a brick wall. At least with that, I know what to expect. Didn't know you picked up a foreign language in your time of contemplating whether this relationship is for the best for both of us. You know I love when you speak for both of us. Now, who am I to question you? You know what's up. Sarcasm aside, regardless how it ended, when reminiscing on our passionate vibes, I consider giving in when I start to rationalize and notice the fault that I tried to mask and disguise behind pride. With that realization, I can hear the whispers in my spirit breaking into chorus. Lyrics clearly stated that we miss you.
Whoa. What the fuck?
We've been waiting for you. You can come home, you can come home. We've been waiting for you. You can come home, you can come home. We've been waiting for you. You can come home, you can come home. We've been waiting for you.
Wow. What a track. Yeah, it definitely has that boom bap kind of feel for sure. Wow. Well done. Holy shit. So that's off their upcoming project, If I Down. Very interesting. I like that duo a lot. I really like that duo. It kind of makes sense. Sin, sounds really solid on like lo-fi and like boom bap and like almost like emo rap type beats too. You know what I mean? Sin can really like flex when it comes to instrumentals. So well done. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of this track. Let's talk instrumental. I mean, fantastic. This is literally the definition of lo-fi, Definitely has all the proper elements, and like they both sound really solid on it. So I like the choice off rip, Instrumental mix though, I mean, come on. What's there to gripe about, Drums are solid, sound selection's great. Nothing I would ultimately change on this. Nothing clashing too overbearing at all. Nothing that's like really crazy, you know what I mean? So instrumental mix is definitely solid for where it's at, 100%. Instrumental Shining Star. I kind of want to say structure. To be honest with you, I kind of want to say structure. I love the way that this is structured out. Drums are a close second, but let's go structure for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the structure. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. Both of them sound really solid, and both Mel and Sin sound like super, super great on this. Nothing that I would ultimately change, to be honest with you. Nothing super, super clashy to overbearing. Perfect amount of processing on Mel. Sin has that crisp, clean vibe to them. So, yeah, ultimately the vocals nailed it, to be honest with you. Everything cuts through nicely. Vocals sit nice on the instrumental. Nothing that I would ultimately change, to be real with you. So, vocal mix solid. Vocal Shining Star. I mean, it's got to be writing, no? But flow and cadence and delivery's up there too. I don't want to go writing, to be honest with you. Writing for both of them was like really fucking solid here for sure. Yeah, let's go writing. 100%. 100%. So, instrumental solid, definitely the structure. Vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. I love this cover. I absolutely love this cover, especially with it like, it's got this mix of like almost like a book drawing, right? But then you had like the IRL photo mixed in between here. Very simple, but super effective. You know what I mean? And then like the grainy look of it all. I like this a lot. Perfect for a project or a single. Either way. You know what I mean? Either way. So I like this vibe a lot for sure. So aesthetics on point. Overall theme, Come Home Nomad. I mean, it definitely has that like longing feeling of like, sometimes home isn't a place. Sometimes home is a person. Sometimes home is a feeling. You know what I mean? Like, So it does have that home kind of feel to it, but also at the same time, I do feel like the writing and lyrics, I mean, speak for themselves here. I feel like they both wrote their ass off for this for sure. So well done, my friends. Well done. With that said, huge shout out to Mel and Sid. Make sure you go follow Mel on SoundCloud. They are now one follower away from 790. So make sure you show them some love over there on the cloud. And of course, make sure you go follow Sin on Twitter. They are 4 followers away from 450. So make sure you go show them some love in the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists in the channel some love. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays, my friends. Let's go. All right. Let's see here. Let me just check one thing. Got some crazy ass submissions. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. So, well, let's see here. All right. Up next we have the homie Lil Derek. Now, Derek had quite the fucking submission. I think it was last week. Their submission was like really, really fucking crazy. Man, I still can't get over that one. But Lil Derek, a very, very talented hip hop artist, submitted a it looks like a new music video titled Kobe Year, another one off my new album Enter the Dragon. Bet I'm down. Oh shit, we do have a music video here. Okay. I'm down. Okay. Let's see, 720. Make sure we're full volume. Let's check the comments. Lots of love in the comments. We love that. Love to see the positivity. Okay, let's get into it. Lil Derek, Kobe Year, official visual. Let's go.
People saying that I changed, it's a new me. Got me wondering if they ever really knew me. Always knew I was destined to be in movies. Whoever knew be my life that started to move me. 12th grade year, I was always in detention. Writing rhymes all day, I was on a mission. I was a magician, probably had your girl missing. I need 2 freak bitches in my bed kissing. I always had ambitions, made some bad decisions, but I wouldn't change a thing, I always had the vision. Seen it happening before my dreams came true. Manifesting all my blessings, you can do the same too. The way that shorty snatched my soul, I thought she was Shane soon. A shapeshifter, weightlifter, paid sister, waist slimmer, still sitting on 8 figures. I spit it so vivid, Stevie and Ray can see the pictures.
Holy shit.
We build each other up, your exes used to tear you down. I hope you cave in, I'm just trying to hear you out. Every time we hug, the more that I see. You really want my love, and I got what you need. Kobe, yeah, I've been in 8 different bags. I see 24 reasons why we got these niggas mad. And I'm still a humble beast, I ain't really one to brag. But the Kendrick and Coles is who I'm trying to surpass. Going through the gears of war like the locust. It's getting spooky outside and I ain't talking hocus pocus. More Michael Myers, I can walk through fires. From STL, the city full of snakes, thieves, and liars. Player of the year, parking lot pimping. I'm always on the grind, they call me Bart Simpson. Maybe some hot tea, and don't forget the lemon. You are entering the dragon, this is just the beginning.
So, continue. A good fund should be like a small play fund. Play it seriously. A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking yet, not feeling. Ready for whatever may come.
Wow.
When it expand, I contract. When it contracts, I expand. When there is an opportunity, I do not hit. It hits all by itself.
Wow. Holy shit. Huh. So this was very, very interesting. There's one thing that this visual did that I really liked a lot. Is usually it's pretty hard to get away with using like raw movie clips, right? But the way that this is edited, yeah, it's just great. Like whoever edited this did a really good job. Yeah, whoever edited this did a fantastic job. Very simple but straight to the point. You know what I mean? Well done. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. So, we're gonna talk about 3 things here. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're going to talk about vocals, and we're going to talk about the overall. Actually, scratch that. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're going to talk about vocals, and we're going to talk about the visual for Kobe Year. So, instrumental. Great choice for Derek. Very sample heavy. Yeah, it just has a big canvas for an artist like Derek to just really talk their talk, you know? So, I like the choice out of Derek for sure. Instrumental mix, fantastic. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Drums are solid. Sound selection solid. Vocals sit nice. Nothing ultimately that I would change on this for the instrumental mix at all, to be honest. Not really a shocker, but something you always got to point out for anybody new to Lil Derek for sure. But their mix is usually pretty much on point. So let's see. Instrumental mix solid. Instrumental shining star. I mean, that sample is almost like a feature, you know what I mean? Like it's very well utilized. So I kind of do want to go with the sample, but the drums are up there too, though. The drums are definitely up there. Yeah, let's go sample just because of the way it was utilized, man. I really enjoyed the sample on this one, 100%. It's very vibey, very vibey. Rod Massey and Cali Beats, by the way. So instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. I mean, vocal mix, bro. I don't think I've ever had a problem with Derek's mixes of quality or just anything and forever. You know what I mean? Not one submission has ever been iffy or kind of like off-putting or anything like that. So Derek sounds very sharp here, you know, and obviously they have a really solid natural voice, and for their style of hip-hop, you don't want to go too crazy with effects or anything like that, but crisp, clean, clear, straight to the point. I'm big on their mix for sure. So vocal mix is up there 100%. Vocal shining star. There's a couple things you could say here. You could definitely talk about the writing, right? Flow and cadence and delivery is definitely up there for sure. I don't know if I'd go writing though, just because the flow and cadence and delivery is really solid on this, like especially the delivery. Yeah, let's go flow and cadence on this one, 100%. So instrumental solid, definitely a sample. Vocal solid, definitely the flow and cadence and delivery. Let's talk about the visual for Kobe Year. Again, right off rip, that was the one thing that I really enjoyed about this was the mix of clips here, right? Because obviously Derek had this like studio footage and then just like rapping into the mic, and it's like you could have went this route and it would still be sick. But the fact that all the Bruce Lee clips are wrapped in here and they're all just like floating across the screen individually, like it's not just like massively just like flashing and, you know, transitions everywhere. Like it's a very chill visual for a very chill song, you know what I mean? But I think that's the thing that shines about this is the editing, to be honest with you. Like I love the studio footage, but mixing it in with all the Bruce Lee clips was so smart and super simple, you know, like a very simple way to do it. That's what I really like about this one. So that's got to be the shining star 100%. And we've seen plenty of videos from Derek, so we know that Derek is very comfortable on camera, you know, so that's not really a shocker to us. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple points you could argue here, but I'm big on the editing for sure. So, well done, my friend. Well done. With that said, huge shout out to Lil Derek. Make sure you go sub their YouTube channel on YouTube right now because quite literally they are one sub away from 630. So make sure you go show them some love on the tube, my friends. And of course, make sure you go follow Derek on Twitter. They're approaching 3.4K on the Bird app. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episode. Exclusive segments, a whole lot of good jazz over there. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some motherfucking love. Let's get it, baby. Alrighty, man. That was fantastic. Huge shout out to Lil Derek, man. Up next, we have the homie Marco Pernice, a experimental, talented producer, has submitted DJ Killer radio edit. Marco Pernice official video. Shit. Marco's submissions have been pretty interesting as of lately. So I'm definitely down. Let's pop this open a new tab. Let's see what we got here. Alright, let's give her a quick pause. Go full volume here. Let's go 720. This dropped 3 years ago. So not exactly super old, but not exactly brand new either. Really love the song. Filling up spaces with Daft Punk. The right thing at the right time. Very cool. Cool vibes. Lots of love in the comments, man. More positivity. Love to see that. All right, let's get into it. Marco Pernice, DJ Killer. shit.
Welcome to my house.
Trippy. Huh. Time-lapse footage is crazy.
Welcome to my
Huh. I kind of see why that person said Daft Punk, to be honest. Like, I get it now, you know?
Welcome to my house.
That tag is sick. Wow, like very experimental every time. Like it's always a journey with the homie Marco, man. Electro funk is a great word choice there. Funk, dance, yeah, definitely has that like cross genre, cross pollination mix there. Very experimental, but not too outside the box, you know. All right, let's break it down, man. So obviously no vocals. So we're gonna talk about two things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, and we're gonna talk about the official video for DJ Killer. And I love the fact that this is a radio edit too, because obviously like you could have had this be like a 12-minute mix and you know do a couple beat switch ups and shit, but just to respect you know people's time and like give like a shorter version of the track. I always enjoyed radio edits of this style. So instrumental mix, pretty solid thinking back on it. Nothing that I would ultimately change. Nothing too clashy, too overbearing. Nothing that's like really sticking out to me, to be honest with you. But again, Marco is very experimental, so again, not super easy to get like a proper solid mix on certain shit. But I feel like Marco did a good job on this one, so definitely enjoy the instrumental mix. Instrumental Shining Star. I do like the vocal sample that was used. Kind of like a one shot almost. Drums are up there. I feel like the sample really made this though. I'm pretty big on the sample, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's go sample for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely sample. Let's talk about the video. Again, just as experimental as the instrumental, but this one has a little bit more like Doomsday, almost like time lapse kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And then like the footage within the footage is also like very well edited. So visuals like these are always like, you know, I'm a big fan of them personally, especially, you know, it doesn't really like genre doesn't really matter, but when it comes to like um very like eye-catching instrumentals for or very eye-catching visuals for instrumentals, like you have the opportunity to do some real crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like you really do. So this one here I'm a fan of. I'd say the shining star probably is the editing, just because, you know, the footage within footage is always a good play, especially when you're using like raw, like sample free clips and royalty free shit, and kind of like going down towards that sort of vibe. I feel like you could like use a shit ton of them and kind of get something like this, and then throw like a nice grainy filter on it, and it works wonders. To be honest with you. So shining star here is definitely the editing for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. With that said, huge shout out to Marco Pernice. Make sure you go sub to their channel. They're only one sub away from 60. And of course, make sure you go follow Marco on Twitter. They're approaching 1.5K on the Bird app. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, those segments, a lot of good jazz on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. Get it? All right, chat. Let's see. All right. We left off with the homie Marco Pernice. Up next is the homie Offspring Mysterious, a multi-talented artist. Offspring producer, designer, engineer, editor, filmer, videographer, Walking Onslaught's creator. Offspring Mysterious has submitted a new YouTube upload titled Atomic Spring. Let's see what we got here. I'm down. All right, let's go 720. Make sure we're full volume. Be good to go. Let's see what Offspring Mysterious has been up to lately. Their concepts and their uploads and their scripts have just been very, very interesting. I'm down. I'm definitely down. All right. Full volume, like I said, full screen. Let's get into it. Offspring Mysterious, Atomic Spring. W transition. Huh. Almost like a miniature bang out. Stalked him. What an interesting concept. Yo, some of these photos had to be insane to take. And they actually come out pretty sick. At like, you can't lie, like some of them actually look really, really sick. I feel like that one's creative. Fetal position. Good, buddy's done though. He's done. I could see why the miniature thing kind of worked here. Bro's faded. He doesn't even fucking know. Oh, he knew. He knew. Huh. Are they about to bang out? Wow. Oh. Holy shit. This one was crazy. Okay. Wow. So the stop motion was fantastic here. I mean, like, you really got to give it up to the stop motion for sure. W description, got all the links in there. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, see, this one was more of like a fully animated stop motion addition to Walking Onslaughts, which I think was fantastic. Very entertaining as well. Like, if you're gonna go this route, you gotta go all out and get creative with it. You know what I mean? Especially like using it as like a visual for your own music as well. I think that's super, super solid. So I'd say Shining Star has to be the stop motion. You know what I mean? Like, there was a good 3-minute fight in here that Offspring fully edited. Like, that's very tippable. That's not easy to do. That's not fucking easy. Especially getting all the pictures together and actually having them line up nicely. Well done. Well done. Stop motion is definitely Shining Star. But with that said, huge shout out to Offspring Mysterious. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much, much love. Make sure you go sub to their channel. They're only 8 subs away from 240. And of course, make sure you go follow Offspring Mysterious on Twitter. They are 2 followers away from 820. So make sure you go show them some love in the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love. Get it? Well done, man. Well done. What a night. That's crazy. Shout out to Offspring, man. Let's see here. So up next, we got the homie, A Groovy Mind, a very talented producer. It's been a while. EDM magic from my living room in Ohio. I hope you can dig the sound. Shout out to Groovy Mind, man. I love that bio. But yeah, it's been a while since we heard from A Groovy Mind, and they submitted a track titled Go On. See what we got here. I'm down. Pop this open a new tab. Give it a little 720 treatment. Make sure we go full volume. All right, let's get into it. A Groovy Mind. Go on. Let's go. Okay.
Go ahead.
Groovy. Oh shit. Oh. Those are alpacas, right? I think that's what they are. Those things are so funny. Very vibey. Great switch up. Wow. Wow. Well done. Nothing but vibes on that track right there. Nothing but vibes at all, man. Um, I'm big on the structure on this one, especially like if you're gonna stretch it out to 4 minutes, man. Like you gotta have a good structure, and that had a really, really good structure. You know, it didn't feel too repetitive, but it wasn't too like experimental either. You know what I mean? It wasn't switching up too much. But let's talk about it. Let's break it down, man. We're gonna talk about three things here. Or no, actually, I'm sorry. So no vocals. We're gonna talk about two things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, and we're talking about the overall theme of Go On. So, a very electronic EDM kind of dance vibe for sure. But the mix is great. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Everything's real tight, crisp, clean. Definitely nothing clashing, like I said. Like, I mean, I don't think you could get this mix any more perfect than it actually is right now. You know what I mean? Everything sounds really clean. To be honest with you, everything sounds really clean on this. So, I'm big on the mix, definitely. So, solid mix. Instrumental Shining Star. It's got to be the structure. The structure was impressive. It's what an instrumental release is supposed to be. You know what I mean? Not too repetitive, but you're not going experimentally wild. You know what I mean? Because this one didn't feel like 4 minutes. You know, there's some instrumentals out there that feel like 4 minutes because it's so fucking repetitive. You know, but that's not the case here. So, definitely structure for sure. So instrumental solid. Let's talk theme. The cover is hilarious. Cover is simple but straight to the point. I mean, come on, they're just vibing. How do you look at that face and not laugh? Look at this guy on the right too. This guy on the right's fucking staring us down, man. So aesthetic's definitely on point. A very vibey cover choice. Um, Overall theme, Go On, obviously with the Go On sample in the track, I felt like it was very like upbeat, like, almost like an exercise track. It definitely made you want to dance for sure. It definitely had that a little bit of like a house vibe to it. So theme's very much on point. Well done, my friend. Well done. With that said, huge shout out to A Groovy Mind. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go sub to their channel like we just did, and now there's 7 subs away from 20. And of course, make sure you go follow A Groovy Mind on Twitter. They are only 3 followers away from 900, so make sure you go show them some love on the bird at my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. Let's get it. And if you already have, and you're dropping likes, you're dropping comments, even if you're just viewing the videos, we appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Thank you. All right. That's off with the homie Groovy Mind. Up next is the homie Most Dope Kimon, an artist who's been working their ass off in 2025. We just dropped 2 exclusives with them on the Music Monday SoundCloud, so definitely go check those out. But this week they submitted Heaven Sent, the official music video. So their last 2 videos have been fucking crazy. And Most Dope Kimon, a very talented hip-hop artist, has been on a tear with their music videos recently. So, I mean, their last 2 submissions were just fucking nuts. Like, it was actually like pure underground talent for sure. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it for sure. So, very excited to see what we got here. So, let's see here. This dropped 10 days ago. Love in the comments, love that. All right, man, I'm down. Let's get into it. Most Dope Kimon, Heaven Sent official music video. Let's go. Quality's so fire. Oh, that was tough. That was tough. Mm-hmm. That's what I expected, man. I knew this was gonna be heat. I knew this was gonna be fucking heat. Just from the thumbnail and like their last few videos, man, like Most Dope Kimon is just killing the visual game. Like killing the visual game. It's just not even close, man. And it's because it feels so DIY, but it's not like low quality. Cause like just because it's DIY or underground doesn't mean it has to be low quality. You know what I mean? And it's really not. And that's what I think is fucking sick about these is like being an independent artist do shit like this is so inspiring to not only just me, but it should be inspiring to so many other people. You know what I mean? But this is fantastic. Let's break it down. So we're talking about 3 things here. We're talking about the instrumental. We're talking about vocals, and we're talking about the Heaven Sent official video. just because there's a couple things I want to say about the visual, because it's super well done. But all right, let's talk instrumental. I mean, I love the choice. Iman is an artist that definitely knows what they want when it comes to instrumentals. Very like loud trap plug kind of vibes. But I do like the choice for sure, definitely. The mix is great though. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Nothing that I really have a gripe with, to be honest with you. Because they're very like braggadocious kind of instrumentals, right? So you got to make sure that they're on point. And even the sound selection is great too. So definitely no gripes with the instrumental mix at all. Instrumental Shining Star. Probably the drums. I do like the melody a lot, but the drums are such a big player here, especially the 808. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go drums, man. Drums are really solid on this one. So, instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. Great. I'm a big fan of the Kimon mix, especially for their style, right? Again, heavy trap, almost darker trap kind of style, and this is the kind of process mix that you want. You know, it's not like overly processed where it's going into like electronic kind of areas, but I feel like it's very solid for their voice and also their musical style in general, to be honest with you. So, vocal mix very much on point. Nothing clashing too overbearing, nothing I would like ultimately change on this at all. Yeah, especially for all of their submissions, like, yeah, definitely no gripes with the vocal mix at all. No way. So, vocal mix on point, vocal Shining Star. Probably writing on this one because there's a couple bars that I caught in here that I was like, oh, that's good, that's fucking clever. Flow and cadence and delivery though, you could definitely make an argument for, but I like writing here, so definitely writing for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk about the Heaven Sent visual. So Kimon is killing it with the visuals, man. Them and their team are just so fucking talented, and it's just I can't praise it enough, just because it's very rare to see artists actually like go out and work this fucking hard, you know what I mean, and put out this much content. So that's one thing about this. But as far as the actual visual goes, again, I'm big on the location, you know, because they're always switching locations, you know, like we went from like some like backyard snow vibes, you know, now we're like doing like the almost like city parking garage kind of vibes. Like the locations are everything, and it seems like they really know what looks good on camera, you know what I mean? So big on the location here, and the editing too is like not really too flashy, but it's enough, you know what I mean? It goes with the beat, the transitions are nice, like it's simple, you know, like you don't need to spend a week editing, you know what I mean? Like this gets the job done, you know. It has that like old trap feel too, like a lot of the early like a lot of the early like GBE videos and like a lot of the early Chicago shit kind of reminds me of this too, you know what I mean? Because they're pumping out work like that as well. So that's where I think I'm really like I just gravitate towards it, you know. But I'd say Shining Star for the visual. Because we know Kimon's very comfortable on camera. That's definitely not an issue. They always look like they're having fun in their videos. Probably the editing, to be honest with you. The editing really made this, because like the raw footage, for those of you that have ever edited a music video, always is going to look funny when it's not edited, right? But the editing really gave this a new flavor and some new life, so let's definitely go with editing. But their videos are just crazy, man, so well done, my friend. With that said, huge shout out to Most Dope Kimon. Make sure you go sub to their channel, man. They're only 3 subs away from 70, and they're pumping out videos like this constantly, so go show them some love. And make sure you go follow them on Twitter as well. This is their side Twitter account. They're literally 7 followers away from 10, so go show them some love in the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and in every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you've not already. We're approaching 300 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. Let's get it, baby. And if you already have, thank you. So, well done. What a night chat. We had some fucking crazy submissions tonight, man. But that does it for episode 214 of the Music Mondays podcast. Let's close it out. Let's show some love. let's talk about the next week or so. You guys know the drill, man. Let's chat for a bit here. Let's have a little chit chat. Let's have a little talk here. All right, man. First off, I want to shout out the chats for hanging out with your boy all night and enjoying some fine tunes. You guys are fucking wonderful. Massive shout out to literally Ghost on Wuka and anybody else that lurked and chilled. You know, the viewership recently has been fucking fantastic. So even if you're just lurking and chilling, or you stop by for a bit, or X, Y, or Z, it's much appreciated and always helps the channel, man. So thank you. But huge shout out to everybody that submitted tonight. First off, huge shout out to all of our Patreons. Huge shout out to Laveries, Jordan, Mark, Ryuki, Kruker, the homie TDG, and everybody who's following the Music Money's Patreon. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody who submitted tonight, much love. Huge shout out to J Fate, Sam's Raps, Remix Cat, Lucha Libro, Ghost, Onluka, Sin, Lil Derek, Marco Pernice, Offspring Mysterious, Laveries, Jordan, Mark, A Groovy Mind, Most Dope Kimon, Superstores, Braden, I Say the Single Digits, and Young Tig. Huge shout out to all you guys. You guys are fucking wonderful. Well done. Well done. Submissions for next week's episode will be live tomorrow, February 25th. Make sure you follow us on socials to stay up to date when you can submit your tracks to the Music Monday podcast. And submissions stay open for a week until the show goes live on the next Monday. So you guys know the drill. But, like I said, big things coming when it comes to our graphics. We're going to be getting some new social media graphics. That's something that I'm working on finalizing right now. And then we'll be doing our Patreon update. And then a little bit of merch promo. And then we're going to decide what to do for the summer. What kind of event, what kind of next big deal that we're going to plan. Obviously, we have a couple things on the table. We're just trying to figure out what we're going to do. So, but first off, social refresh, Patreon update, a couple big things coming before we get there. So, again, keep your eyes peeled for all that new jazz. And, of course, your monthly and weekly content will stay the same. So, per usual, make sure you follow Music Mondays on social media at All Music Mondays, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, Tumblr. Wherever you listen to music or wherever you use social media, we are there. Make sure you go drop us a follow. And, of course, make sure you stream the Music Mondays podcast on Spotify, anchor.fm/allmusicmondays. Quite literally, all 200-plus episodes are over there on Spotify, so definitely go check those out. And go show that some love. And like I said, permissions open for next week tomorrow, episode 215. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled. We'll be tweeting out the top 3 artists for tonight's episode right after the show goes off air. So make sure, again, you follow us on socials and stay up to date. We got the homie Mark coming in with a tier 1 for 29 months, currently on a 10-month streak. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you. Well, you didn't have to come drop that in at the end of the stream. Let's fucking go, baby. Much fucking love. 2 years, pog. Let's fucking get it, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. So that about does it. We have a really, really fantastic show tonight. So like I said, top 3 artists will be tweeted out as soon as the show goes off air. And then that's that, my friends. So per usual, follow, subscribe below. Everything linked below. All my socials, all the good jazz linked down below. I'm quite literally live 5 days a week. So make sure you come stop by the stream and say what's up. We're always watching YouTube videos, doing speedrun jazz, reacting, all that good shit. Make sure you come through and kick it with your boy. So per usual, I'll be live tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be live next week for episode 215 of the Music Mondays podcast. Huge shout out to the chat. You guys are fucking amazing. And Mark coming through with the late night motherfucking 29 months. Thank you so much, King. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, per usual, I'll be live tomorrow, and we'll see you next week for episode 215 of the Music Mondays podcast. I love you all. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.